they are not too confident in their ability to kill someone within a lasso, but if you've got the Necro, of course, you can just secure that with the Reaper's Scythe.
Maybe there's a decent laning matchup against the Storm Spirit mid. I can imagine that the Death Pulse versus Static Remnant is actually kind of interesting. And you're always going to drop the Remnant, you can Pulse, heal the creep up, maybe it doesn't die to the Remnant, slowly work him down. Some kind of like a Radiance plan in here as well against the Phantom Lancer. I can't imagine that Adroit are crazy fast. It is kind of an option. You can't always go just like fight him terribly. Right? You can get a beacon with this hero and you can run at the enemy team. It's not always the preferred playstyle. I think in general people do go for like the Manta and then kind of Dragonlance. Instead of going for a
yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. Single clarity's fine. To sustain in lane. I've even seen not denying the ranged creep to start, because that kind of messes up your block a little bit. So grabbing one of the melee creeps early on and then transitioning into the ranged ones as it gets a bit later into it.
But yeah, we will just have to see, because Adroit kind of got steamrolled in previous games. This ends up any different.
What's Natsumi doing down here? He's just cutting his way through the trees a little bit.
Oh, where is he? Oh, he's yeah. Alright, he's creating a little Duke path, I guess. Well, he cut down the one.
He's cut 3, I think. A little bit southeast of that, I think, where he'd cut before. But yeah, you can see how many of these bounties are they going to be conceding? Because that is one of the bad sides of having the Enigma. Sure, you get the denial from one of the creeps, but it severely hinders your ability to contest these bounty runes. Lucking out a significant amount, actually. CML's just going to be able to grab this.
The good stuff.
Yeah, they're just gonna...
Alright.
Boom. You know, Boom not getting greedy. They're just going to be happy with 2.
Yeah, you can see here he's denied the range creep, but that's let these melee ones through. Even CML, he's went to grab the bounty instead, which means that in a pretty aggressive position here this wave. I wonder if Dreamer Cell is going to be able to block it too well, that it's actually going to come underneath his tower.
What is Bach doing bottom? Did they think that Boom were dodging? What's going on here? I guess they don't want the Bat Rider against the Phantom. Gonna run him down here and hope that this lane's a little better. Getting punched a little bit by Hyde so far. You can see the Dreamer Cell was definitely prepared to be playing against Bat. It's got the magic stick right.
Natsumi getting really aggressive here in the lane. He's popped his Beyond, or he misses the second last hit, which isn't great. Get some decent value out of it. Team are leaving him somewhat on his own, just to make sure he gets that experience early on, and it forces the early TP out of the PL to the bot side. Second mover advantage, though, is really going to be present here in this game, you would feel. Not getting these last hits on Natsumi with 0 pressure as well.
I've been watching. Sorry, does he get this range? Oh, we got it.
He will. He missed 2, which, you know, like I said, 0 pressure.
Okay, so here we go. Natsumi now TPing bottom to continue to chase. Bach, is he even gonna bother? Okay, wait, his TP's cooldown currently. I guess he has to walk. Wait, what happened with Bat Rider's TP?
Maybe TP back to the tower?
Maybe. Actually, Necropho's coming over to grab a salve off of the Bat Rider. Way top, so this mid lane not going so hot. And you have to remember that Mac had the... Well, I don't even know how much this is a counter pick, as maybe it's just, you know, Adroit feel that it's good for the game. Suits their style, but so far not really winning the mid lane.
I think so. You know, it kind of fits the same sort of mentality he tried for that that play you were mentioning before with healing up the creep to make sure Makoto didn't get the last hit, but still got it off. It fills a similar sort of role that the Chen does, I suppose, and Makoto was going for that. Sorry, the Boom were going for that with the bans before. You want to be able to group up with your Enigma. And FPZ, look at this TP. He's TPing about 10 yards just from underneath this Firefly to the top tower.
Not a whole lot that he can do against the Batrider, unfortunately. Hesky kind of coming over here. CML losing his courier, so I'm still reminding them of his presence down here at bottom. Grimsall going to be left to try and CS a bit under the tower. The rush over. That's him actually takes tower aggro for a second, and now getting blocked in, but alright. He gets around the Fissure, but can't get back into the lane quite yet. So he's still going to take a few more hits here.
The body blocks.
I'm looking for the body blocks. Alright. What's happening in mid? Makoto's kind of low.
They are, but Mac, he's come close to dying about 3 different times. So some good aggression being put on here by Makoto. Sorry, Power Runes coming up in the next 10 seconds. You can see a nice rotation through from Hyde as well as Kezcute on both sides.
Makoto's getting really aggro here, but it's actually going to be a kill. Doesn't look like it. Makoto's still got the Fairy Fire. He's also got the bottle. Kezcute running over, just trying to secure this. Mac, I think, realizing that he's going down, but going to try and get this kill. Oh. Not going to happen. They even set up the Storm Spirit to get the first blood. Oh, no. That is not what you want if you're Adroit.
Yeah, not looking too great for him again. Makoto getting a little bit cocky. Tanks up the level 1 Malefice. Going to go that full damage build. You don't have the highest amount of mana with this style. You know, you can stay out in the on the map and do a lot that way, but you're not going to be chain casting spells here. So will he skill up the Malefice? I'll put the 1 value point in Midnight Pulse.
Eye on it. Kind of floating it for now. I guess not. In the next couple of minutes, he's only really interested in continuing to farm it. Book. I guess worth pointing out that Boom did not grab any like BKB black hole counters really this game. So that's definitely something to watch out for, where you could have this Enigma be a really big threat. But I feel like every single time I mention that, then the Enigma like ends up casting 2 black holes the whole game, and it is not the deciding factor at all. So we'll just have to wait and see.
It's about the threat of the black hole. It's not always about the black hole itself.
Yeah. So the Storm Spirit's just jungling a little bit. I think this is... I don't know how many of these stacks he set up himself and how many were set up by the Shaker, but, you know, they're a little bit of... You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. The Storm Spirit jungles, and the Shaker gets the lane. Be able to get some more experience at mid, so everybody wins. And Kezcute actually coming in here with a pretty deep ward. Be able to steal away some experience from this Enigma, but what more can we accomplish?
Heads up play. Oh, are they going to be able to get this courier? No, it's just TP'd straight away. But that's a really heads up play.
Oh, back in the river. And now the TP coming from the storm. Makoto full mana. Jump over the Fissure. Does pop the Ghost Shroud. And CML also over here. Looking to stem the aggression.
Just on Boomy, to be able to realize exactly how much experience you get from standing next to that type of creep, and immediately realizing, right, someone's here. Someone's just placed something. They've got some really deep vision.
Is he gonna get anything to deal with it? Okay, he's got a Sentry, Necrobook, and a Clarity. Oh, action at top. Bottom's in danger. FPZ hitting that level 6. He hasn't had the best time in this lane. But doing well now. Even gonna go get some value damage on this neutral camp. Boomy walking over to try and hold onto the tower up against this catapult, but now he's getting gone on. And not even gonna get his item delivered. Dead for 23 seconds. So Makoto getting active really early on here on the Storm Spirit. And he's got the build for it. Maxing out the Overload.
Absolutely, and you know, you can just see it's night and day between the Pango play. Sitting at the top of the net worth right now on FBZ. He might need to use those juking spots that were picked up before. He'll make his own.
Yeah, box pops the Firefly. Back gonna come TPing in here. They do have the lasso available. Makoto probably needs to jump away. and will do so at the last moment when he realizes that Bach was kind of looking at him. So it ends up being a little bit of a wasted rotation from the Necrophos, and Storm just immediately heads mid. Probably got a free wave or two before anything too nasty happens to him. But to be careful, CML is waiting inside the tree line.
He's lacking a little bit of mana, but he saw every bit of that rotation. They still haven't gotten rid of this deep Dire Observer Ward, so he's able to play with that level of confidence. Yeah,
they can see everything, right? They've even got this slightly unusual ward in the river, but they're scouting any rotations coming out whatsoever.
Mac able to deny the regen. That would have been disastrous if Makoto was able to secure that one. Stem the bleeding for now. It's not looking horrible. You've got your Terrorblade now sitting at the top of net worth. It's exactly as we predicted. You know, level 5, able to rotate through this jungle very easily. The wave cutting, it just happens.
Thunder at top. FBZ, here comes the swashbuckle, and with the javelin, they got the damage. Even found a nice little turnaround here on this random piece of terrain. But the rotation from Boomy mid works out the way that maybe Adroit were hoping, and it is going to be a pretty fast tier 1 tower. Last hit being secured by Mac.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
The value you need, TB still able to farm relatively well. Able to deward this. They've got. Oh. Yes, indeed. He's trying to grab vision of it just by standing next to it. But pretty better than that. Bach, he's in a dangerous position once more. He's had to TP back in, but doesn't have backup for himself.
Swashbuckle just annihilating him. Now Kezcute kind of looking for him as well. I think he was like thinking, oh, I can just pressure for free. The Rolling Thunder's on cooldown. Another swashbuckle. FPZ chasing for this one. Ice Path a little bit off the mark. Here comes the lasso. And I think FPZ dead. Does get the swashbuckle, finishes off the kill. He's still living for a little bit longer. TP's not in the best position. Is he also going to get a courier? No, he's just going to keep on running. Runs into the creep wave now. Needs to thread the needle in between the two towers. But I think he's out of there, unless these creeps kill him somehow. But oh no, Danog. Oh no.
Yeah, it's looking rough, and well, as well on top of that, boom, they've got both outposts, so they're going to be able to continue this stranglehold. Going to get these earlier levels. Hyde, he's hit up onto his level 5 as well, and he's a third of the way towards his blink dagger already.
Yeah, they've got no kills in 10 minutes. I mean, maybe to be expected with the support duo that they've got, but the more worrying thing is that they're just losing so much map control, right? And they've got a Terrorblade and an Enigma who both, and the, you know, even the Batrider and the Necrophos. They have a lot of heroes that want to farm jungle creeps. And Boom are just here breathing down their necks, taking Radiant jungle farm, keeping the lane shoved out constantly. This net worth lead is only going to get worse and worse unless they can somehow break out of this headlock that they've been put in.
I feel like they need to be getting a lot more aggressive here with Boomy. You know, he got that Necro book at about the 6.5, 7 minute mark. Yeah, he died straight away when it was getting delivered to him, but you've got it now. You've got this siege creep, you've got your Necro book, you've got your Eidolons. Try and make something happen on this top side, but you're going to need the rest of your team to back you up because Hyde's come. He's going to be able to try and disrupt it a little bit. Might find Bach again.
Yeah, Hyde just running at him, waiting with the Fisher. Firefly still running a little bit longer, so not gonna be too much of a problem. This is an Arcane Rune Storm Spirit up here, and Boom with the big commitment rotation just to hold onto this tower. They've already got their Phantom Lancer in a position that he's happy with at bottom. Dreamacell with full access to the Ancients and 2 very premium wards, scouting any rotations coming his way. So he's in carry heaven, and it's just up to the rest of the team to hold back this Adroit lineup for a little bit.
FBZ moving back.
Natsumi kind of getting gone on a little bit here.
Top tower is about to take the plunge.
What do you know with this Rolling Thunder, bud?
I think it's just an escape against the Batrider.
Yep.
Playing with fire a little bit. Able to back off just in time. They do secure that tier 1 tower though, so doing exactly what they need to, group up a little bit. It's a really early blink dagger that he's gone on Boomy.
Yeah, he's just rushing blink BKB. It's really feeling like his team needs him to start setting some more stuff up. The Terrorblade not finding the space, right? Like you said a little bit ago, he was #1 on net worth, but Just has not had the room. Dreamcell even made a cute little play before. He used the Doppel and then blocked the Ancients. Kesky just gonna try for the TP out here at mid. Oh, so close to being successful. But Boomy does come in to interrupt. So they will just grab that quick kill in the position 5. Adroit getting on the board.
They've done it.
At the very least.
Success. End the game now, call it.
Alright, we got what we came for. Mac just going for an 8. Not a crazy tanky build. Rolling Thunder used it. Also got this Vessel. Tons of chain stun. Mac almost brought down. They will finally get the save. CML TPing in. And now they're going to go chasing for Makoto, but Boomy, no real way to close the gap. So he's even just going to farm this camp over here. And really starting to see the lack of catch on Adroit.
Yeah, I mean, at least until that Blink Dagger comes online, right?
Oh, round 2.
Zipping in mid.
Alright, Fate's Edict helps them out a little bit. Does have the Ghost Shroud and a big fat wand, so be fine. Not even needed.
And they've got this deep vision as well, so they know anyone else that might be rotating through. They're going to be able to spot out, hopefully, the Blink Dagger on Boomy as well, before it starts to become a factor in the first team fight. They'll be able to play accordingly, you know, keep Shaker on the back lines, make sure you've always got that Fisher in your back pocket to be able to disrupt the team fight.
The Phantom Monster does have the Diffusal Blade now, so if you are Adroit, you gotta be a little bit afraid of that. And Tsumi just finding the farm with the Iron Talon, but still just feels like they have so little room to work with, right? Like there's constantly farm getting nibbled away, and the top waves getting shoved, and then bottom waves kind of getting shoved a little bit.
I mean, this is the thing as well, like FBZ, he's just roaming around the Radiant jungle saying, no, you can't farm all this. You've got 3 camps that you're safe to farm on the map right now.
Yeah, they're constantly threatening the punish, right? At any moment. And,
Dyer's courier.
okay, nice little courier snipe from Boomy.
Faces a stiff win.
That's the thing as well, like they're committing a position 3 to be able to do that and disrupting a position 1's farm as a result. And you know, all the while, Dreamercell, he's happily just farming down this bottom side. You know, they don't have the main vision inside their jungle, but they don't really care. You know, they've got the outpost. They're going to be able to see when any sort of rotations come through. There's no other ways of entering into his farm space right now.
Okay, so this is a little bit more like it from Adroit. They're going to try and move Natsumi up here and create a little bit of a space for him in the Dire jungle, but they really need to like get a ward and cap this outpost if they really want him to feel comfortable farming up here. And instead, he just comes all the way back to the safety of the Tri-Camp, which is a little bit telling of just the mentality of Adroit currently. They do have the blink up. On,
they smoked underneath the observer ward. Hyde knows.
And he gets knocked away by the flame break. FPZ. He's gonna get Yules'd up. Is he gonna be able to get the Rolling Thunder out? No! He's still gonna get stunned and brought down.
Heavy commitment though. You know you've got no Reaper's Scythe. You know you've got no Lasso now for the next 100 seconds. And that's the sort of team fight I would want to take, especially once he comes back online. Didn't even use the Rolling Thunder, so he's going to be able to TP straight back in. Maybe even aggressively onto the outpost if he wanted to.
Yeah, I really think there is a, like you're saying, a playmaking opportunity here. We do have the Boomy blink to be a little bit careful of, though. That is the one thing that Boom has to be somewhat aware of. Mac changing tactics. I think seeing that there's 2 blink daggers being picked up by his other teammates, he just goes back for the Yules. And is now going to be going for the Radiance on Necrophos.
Alright, they're using him as bait a little bit here, Mac, on the front lines.
Yeah, Jakir getting caught out. Yules up immediately. Kesky, can he get anything off? I trying to help him out. Boomy in the backside is just going to drop down the black hole onto 1. And FBZ wants nothing to do with that. The Echo Slam actually comes out. FBZ with a little drive-by. And swiping a few mangoes before this mango tree maybe gets found out in the mid lane. But alright, there's the Blink Dagger reveal on the Enigma. They get 2 support kills. Pretty nice.
2 supports, yeah. I mean, I'm a little surprised that Makoto didn't seem to want anything to do with that fight. You know, he's keeping this bot lane pushed out. It's not like the creeps are going to get denied under a tier 2 tower by him doing that. And he had the Arcane Rune. He had his level 12. I was thinking, that is a key turnaround. He cancels his TP as well. He wants to stay on this bot side.
Yeah. It's very interesting. And Boom with like a 2-man smoke up, heading out. Dreamcell smoke immediately gets broken, maybe looking towards CML. Let's get the slowdown onto him. Bach just laying down the Firefly. That Ice Path does connect, but it's only 1 point. So not really too much of a problem. And Boom, what are they up to? They do just walk the Storm Spirit over. I think they're hoping for the dive, maybe. They have the Rolling Thunder in 3 seconds, but it's not up just yet. The lasso is available. FPC got to be a little bit more careful with your swashbuckle forward. Same story as last time. They at least find CML in the backline. Storm immediately getting used up. Mac in kind of a compromise.
Oh, great macro.
Blocked in. The Macropire doing huge damage, and now they've got the opening with the Phantom Lancer, putting down the defusal damage. Makoto still surviving a little bit longer. He's getting ticked down by the Firefly, but he's able to escape. And looks like it will be Earthshaker as the target instead. He's actually got a Fisher, creating the opportunity for Dreamcell to jump forward onto Bach, finish off that kill with the illusions. He's looking for a little bit more, but now Natsumi's rocked up. And Dreamcell, can he find his way out? He's actually got another Doppel. Nicely done with the Phantom Rush. That gets him down into the river, and that is going to get him out of there. Well, not the best start to the fight for Boom, but with the lasso and the Reaper Scythe both down, the rest of the cores can just go hog wild. That fight.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably a little bit too heavy of a committal coming from the Pangolier, but at the end of it, you're able to get your tier 1 tower taken down as well. So again, enabling this Storm Spirit to take a more aggressive position in this jungle, get these easier pickoffs against the Terrorblade. Like, he's only got an S and Y at this point. It's not the greatest amount of farm right now.
Yeah. And yeah, so so he is just kind of going for this 2-item timing, really feeling the pressure. S and Y into BKB, maybe feeling this game that the Ags queued up. What the heck? Maybe feeling
that's what we like to see.
The illusions aren't going to be very valuable. I don't know about Aghanim Scepter. Okay, we're back. We're back to BKB. Oh, now we're back to Aghanim Scepter.
I'm feeling it. I mean, at least get the Ogre Axe, right? And then what could it be?
Yeah.
Who knows? But, I mean, it's not the worst, right? Like, it disrupts a lot of what they're trying to do. And it gives you that easier setup for things like Firefly damage for the Black Hole. Dangerous. Fear can't be underestimated.
It is a lot of money to be investing in weird Shadow Fiend ultimate Hairblade, but
it's a lot of stats.
He's still got it queued up.
The dream is real.
Still there?
Oh,
no, it's not. Well, we'll see. He'll, like you said, he'll buy the Ogre Axe. He's got some time to think about it. Maybe Mac gets a bunch more kills, and he's looking like he's having a great game.
Going to Bach.
Yeah, zip in. Bach put a little bit low in the mana department here, and here comes the lasso. He's still got a little bit of mana left, but here comes the clumsy net. There's the zip away, but that is the extent of the mana, but Hyde was waiting for that. Jumps forward. FPZ a little bit off the mark with that Rolling Thunder. Boomy able to blink on past now, maybe a little bit stuck inside the tree line. Makoto with just enough mana, able to escape out there. Hyde not going to be so lucky. And FPZ, well, he does have a swashbuckle. Fox still kind of chasing him. We've got the 20-minute bounties. Again, outposts only going to be controlled by the Dire, so definitely going in their favor in terms of the numbers. And FPZ even able to grab this bounty down here. Bakurino chase.
Regen Rune being picked up by Makoto, and they're just going to go straight away. You know, they've got no lasso, they know they've got no Reaper's Scythe, and Philosopher's Stone picked up by Mac, but I think it's going to be the real value here.
And Bach also maybe the target. Makoto a little bit low on mana, but he does still have that regen. Ice Path looking. Dreamcell with the Phantom Rush forward. Gets the slowdown. Bach nowhere to go, and that is just going to be another vessel charge for your Pangolier. Mac still just farming in the meantime over at mid. He's holding down the fort. And Terrorblade trying to find this farm over at top. Umi hold the line, look at the Black Hole available, just an aggressive jump forward. They get straight onto this Enigma, popped him instantly, buyback from the Batrider. Boom, gonna jump in and then just jump out as quickly as they came. Oh, that is such a cool play.
Dire's top tower is about
Doing exactly what they need to. Like, what do they have once the Enigma's dead to take out this Pangolier? Nothing. You know, they'd already used the Reaper's Scythe. You can't get close enough with the Flaming Lasso without getting gone on by the rest of the team. You still had the Fissure on the backlines to be able to save. And, well, to deny one wave underneath the tier 2 tower on the top side, but far better out of that trade.
They do get Kezcute on the swing out. I think kind of a tough situation for Boomy there, because he really wanted to put down the Midnight Pulse and then was maybe relying on, okay, I can always just blink backwards if they try and go on me, but Boom do have really good catch. A little bit more cautious about that. Mac does have the full relic picked up, going to be going for a heart after this Radiance. And we do have the BKB on Natsumi, he's still farming pretty fast. Going for the butterfly after that. Dreamcell, the target item is going to end up being heart as well.
They've got great vision of the mid area here with the Observer Ward underneath Roshan, but just doesn't feel like it's doing anything. The TB pinging out the Illusion Rune, and there's nothing you'd like more at this stage, but just being strangled on their side of the map.
Boom, just want more Bloodstone charges. They've got Rolling Thunder, and they've got the Echo Slime available, so it's just going to be CML as the first grab. Rolling Thunder through, going to be looking for a little bit more. Natsumi doesn't want to use the BKB here. Can we get any more follow-up from Boom? No, they're just backing up, playing it safe. Just more than content, it seems, to just get like one pick off and then steal all of the camps Adroit were hoping to farm. Continuing this economic damage, and similar to game 1, just building a big lead. Boomy, can he find a black hole? He's immediately getting canceled. That won't find the opportunity. FPZ getting gone, but he's not dead yet. Here comes the Echo Slime onto 2 in the backline. They're using the black hole, but it's only onto the Phantom Lancer. Makoto looking for the chase down now, and Dreamcell's still relatively healthy as they're just going to start kiting the Terrorblade. They're not focusing the right one just yet. Phantom Lancer's still living. Now no BKB for the TV. Makoto still plenty of mana to keep on fighting. Trade so far, it does seem like they might just be content to kite the meta, and ends up being 3-4 on both teams there.
It's not the worst trade for Adroit, but that's your 10-second BKB. You know, it just was like, he popped it, he pops his Metamorphosis as well, and you just doppelganger away. You just zip away. You can't really do anything to stop the aggression.
Yeah, and just watch the way that this Storm is able to play, right? He catches the next wave just outside of the range of the tier 2. The waves are always shoved from Boom, and that's kind of where you're getting punished a little bit for this this Enigma pick. And now TB's got nothing for 90 seconds. Have a black hole either for another 114. I have to imagine that Boom maybe thinking about finding some kind of a play once they're back up. They don't really have too many items that they're waiting for. I mean, Makoto has a BKB queued up, but Smoke, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, and you know, again, it just goes back to the downside of not having that initial catch quite as easy. You need to commit so much to it on Adroit to try and find someone, whereas it's very different to be able to just zip in, to use a Fissure from long range to get that initial stun.
Smoke gonna break on the Shaker. Makoto and FGZ gonna continue this quest going forward, and CML once again gonna be found as the target. I love the way that they play
follow up straight away.
Yeah, FPZ's still just gonna keep on going. Now they've actually found out Mac. Dreamcell coming over. He does get off the Ghost Shroud. Buyback from the Oracle. They really want to force this fight if possible, but what can they actually catch? They've got the Manta, they've got the Doppelganger, they've got Dreamcell out of there, no problem, and Mac already losing life. Needs to get a few stacks up, heal going. Boom, not overcommitting, not even once.
Yeah, I'm loving the maturity coming through. Just saw as well, like in the previous team fight on the top side, they had 4 heroes go for it, but Dreamcell wasn't one of them, and that's a big reason why he's at the top of the net worth, and he's 3 levels above anyone else on this side of the map. And as a carry, when sharing that experience in the lane with your support, it's a pretty notable advantage.
Okay, so Adroit, they've got their cooldowns back up again soon, but yeah, he's got hard. The Storm's gonna have the BKB.
Yep.
Getting harder and harder, it feels like.
Heart, BKB, and if Storm sees this arcane rune on the top side, it's just go time.
Scanning for enemies.
No reason not to. At least, okay, they got the Terrorblade cooldowns back up. Are there any other items coming along? Max just going for a Lotus. How is the Enigma BKB? The problem is that there's just always going to be someone running at Boomy. So even if, like, maybe he can sit smoked in the back and then find a Blink BKB opportunity that way, but it's not going to be easy. I just know that FPZ is going to be rolling into the back lines constantly trying to find him. And Boom actually just heading into the pit.
They've got all their timings. They've even got the level 3 ultimate on the Storm Spirit, so he's going to be zipping in and out of this fight too fast for Adroit to be able to react.
The illusion getting cleaned up. Roshan's still pretty healthy, and Boom, Flint retreating back up into the high ground. I don't know what they're waiting for, because bottom is getting pushed out by the Necro creep, so that's a little bit of an advantage for Adroit. They've also got top lane pushing, and they do have the better illusions to be able to... They've got the illusions and they've got the Eidolons to constantly keep lane shoved without having to put their... They can play the lane control game, for sure.
The rich keep getting richer. Titan Sliver picked up by Dreamer Cell here.
Oh. Zip forward, just checking things out for Mikoto. He's got a couple of mangoes in reserve as well. And seeing nobody up there, he's going to tell the rest of his team to just head straight into the pit. Terrorblade Illusion coming over to scout it out, but it does despawn pretty much immediately. And Adroit, what are you going to do here? Seems like Mac might just want to walk forward into the fight. Does anyone have a buyback available that can maybe go put their life on the line? Probably not really. Jump forward. They're looking into the backlines. They have immediately found out the Enigma. Boomy, no! Getting caught now. The Echo so he's going to buy back immediately. Necropose is getting chain stunned. Yules and the Ghost Strap both getting popped at the same time. Mac is desperately trying to find some way to survive. Boomy
turn around.
Get the jump, but Mikoto jumps over the black hole and cancels it. Now it's just Terrorblade versus the world, and Boom gonna gang up on him. Actually looking for the disengage now. Nice lasso from Bacarino, helping out the Terrorblade a little bit. Still 4v2. Dreamer Cell coming back in with the heals. Bach gonna try for the TP out. Natsumi has to run for it. FBZ's looking for him. Triple kill now. Here comes the Ice Path. Here comes the Fisher. And here comes one dead Terrorblade. Ultra kill for your Phantom Lancer. Oh, even with the buyback Danog, they couldn't do it.
It was Natsumi versus the world at the end, and like you said, what a great zip through the black hole by Mikoto there to be able to cancel it out. Hitting onto their other two cores, it was the ideal counter initiation, but just saw the downside of perhaps a little bit of miscommunication coming through from Adroit. See Mac being very aggressive with the fact that, you know, they don't have the lineup to walk into that Roshan and take it themselves, so wanting to get something out of the map while they were waiting, using the Death Pulse, using the Radiance to push out that mid-wave, but that left Enigma 50 gold short of his BKB, so he wasn't able to take that fight as easily as he might want.
And a lot of this 9k net worth lead on Boom is just in survivability items for their heroes, right? So the black hole came out, the Terrorblade got some good auto attacks down, but the Boom heroes are kind of tanky. They've got this full pipe picked up on the Pango. I think he may have just had the hood in the previous fight, and they've got this heart on the Phantom Lancer. Very, very difficult to bring these guys down.
All right, they're gonna get one outpost worth of experience.
Radiant's top tower.
They've done it.
All
right, nice. But are they gonna get 0 bounty runes?
Really?
Yes.
Like it. Are we really gonna buy rapiers? Is this the world that we live in?
It's the world I want to live in. I mean, he's got everyone on his team enabling him, right? You've got this Storm Spirit nearly hitting his level 20. He's probably going to go into the Electric Vortex talent because he's got his Ags queued up.
Still got a little while to farm that up, but Boom, I don't think really in too much of a rush. What's the rapier schedule here on the Phantom Lance? I guess they still got a couple of... They still got this tier 2 mid to take out. It's going to be a little bit more gold for them. Terrorblade's still finding some pretty good farm with his illusions, despite the fact that they're so under pressure. Mac getting kind of run at mid. They do have these saves waiting behind with the Oracle. Okay, we've got the BKB now on the Enigma, and roughly 10 seconds to go until the next black hole. But fuck. All right, jump forward, but not quite far enough, then Hyde is going to be okay.
So he's just got his Blick Dagger here. Got the telescope as well. Man,
I love
happening.
telescope on Jakiro.
Yeah.
So sick. Especially nice to have when you've bought like a Glimmer, well, which has such bad cast range now.
Oh yeah. Synergizes well with the Yules, but seems like he's going very much into a full defensive style build here. I mean, the Yules might be decent if you're able to get on point to Yules up the Batrider as he jumps in.
Yeah, that's true. We do have the Yules on the Shaker. Pango's just going for Basher now. Opted for the rolling thunder duration here. Lasso, that's not the right target. They're popping the meta. I think they're just going to lose Bach. They do force out the false promise. Dream Cell just wants to go in. Aggressive doppelganger forward. He's looking for CML now. It's 1v5. Dream Cell in the middle of everything. Oh, they cite the wrong illusion as well. Dream Cell just runs straight back to the tower, doppels his way out of there, and boom. I think just going to kite the metamorphosis and then look to come back in.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You've got this Aegis still for the next 2 minutes. Just keep the...
Yeah.
How do you kill this Phantomland?
He's just all over them. Natsumi's trying to find the real one. He's desperately auto-attacking. He's only got about a quarter of the metamorphosis duration left. Mikoto is just forcing in at mid. He's trying to finish off his Ags to look for the big teamfight combination. And Dream Cell, is that even his courier over here waiting for like
it is.
Rapier?
Yeah, 350 gold away.
The get out of my game Rapier. Hyde still has the full jump available. Fading Mac a little bit on the front line. CML doesn't have the false promise available though. So just relying on the Necrophos's natural survivability and his Lotus.
You got the Storm X. It's coming. It's just being delivered right now.
They're smoked in the back lines. Boomy needs to find a good black hole, but it's just going to be so damn difficult. They're going to try and bait it on the Necrophos a little bit, hoping that Boom maybe cluster up because of that. Natsumi heading over to the other side. Boom. Oh, Boomy's still looking for the wraparound. Pushing out mid lane a little bit. Dream himself just wants to wait for the heart regen. Max still holding the line. They do also have this repair kit.
There we go.
Going to commit full in for the rolling thunder. They do get to jump into the back lines. Two-man grab. Can we find this black hole? Boomy needs the patience. Losing life on the Necrophos, but they do have the false promise for him, so he's still surviving. Jump out from the Storm Spirit. Boomy, BKB getting forced out. Dream himself finds him and out.
Not doing anything.
Onto the Enigma. He's not going to be able to get the black hole if he doesn't want to go for just one.
Oh, that's not bad.
Two. Is this going to be enough? They're losing life on the Storm Spirit. Dream Cell about to lose his Aegis.
Oh, the two.
Not quite. She living somehow. Hyde now getting Yule stuff. Defensive Yules trying to stay alive. Can they actually bring in the Phantom Lance for the second time? Dream Cell just trying to escape. Maybe the first overextension here of the game for Boom. Nicely timed by Boomy. A little bit of a mistiming from Mikoto. I think he was hoping to get the pull on the Enigma right as the BKB wore up. And now Dream Cell kind of getting chased down a little bit. He's running into the Midnight Pulse.
Who's running into who though?
Gem hits the deck. They do buyback on the Earthshaker. Dream Cell just going to be able to kite away with the help of that Glimmer Cave. FBZ coming back over. This fight has gone long enough that we have a second Rolling Thunder.
Why not, you know?
Yeah.
Amount of damage done in that team fight. Most of it, of course, coming from the Phantom Lance and just standing right in the middle of that. But credit to Adroit, you know, taking advantage of a little bit of cockiness that might have come out from Boom, and wouldn't put it past them to want to continue up that aggression up onto that high ground, but just realizing, look, we're in no position to do that right now. We've used our black hole, we've used our lasso. We just need to be able to reset. We didn't lose anything significant.
Yeah.
It's bringing things slightly back. Not in their favor, but gives them a small chance.
I mean, you've got to say that, yeah, that actually went pretty darn well. They got rid of the Aegis. They only bought back on the Oracle. They still have their tier 3 courtesy of the repair kit. And they have the black hole back up in 60 seconds. They also got to buy back out of the Shaker. So all in all, we've also averted the Rapier path for Dream Cell. He is just going to be going for the Abyssal Blade now. We do also have a Basher for the Pangolier, so more things to worry about if you are the Adroit heroes, especially the Adroit Enigma.
Yeah. And that level 25 as well on Dreamer Cell. That's probably the only thing that was the saving grace on Adroit for that previous team fight. He was sitting at level 24.5 for the entire time.
Scanning for
Well, he's got it now, so...
Oh. Rude for Makoto.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Dire's top.
Be able to find out Boomy here? This would be big.
Scouting. Oh, Boomy. He's just in the patch of fog. Alright, he's good. Sumi also TPing back. Did they manage to grab another item on their Terrorblade? Not really. Still working on this Scotty. It does seem like they were able to retrieve their gem, importantly, but it says something when you've got a gem and these wards from the enemy team are still just like sitting right outside your base. They really have not been able to move out all that much. But okay, here we go. Smoked up. They can find something sitting behind that Sumi. Dreamer Cell actually waiting up here on the high ground. Breaks the
they found the real one.
It's still gonna get lasted. They got the real one. Hyde's gonna try and help him out. Jump into the Storm Spirit. Boomy, where's the black hole? He drops it out of the Phantom Lancer, but the Terrorblade can't get over there. Can they actually kill off Dreamer Cell? He's on about a third HP. This is everything pops from Adroit. Where's the kills? Hyde's running back over. He's Blink off cooldown. Echo Slam only connects onto one. Natsumi just trying to run for it. Makoto finds two in the back line. FBZ follows it up with the Rolling Thunder through. That's an immediate double kill. They didn't have the damage on the Adroit side, but they do on Boom. Gem hits the deck. Natsumi makes his retreat up onto the high ground as two buybacks come out. They just couldn't kill anyone.
It's so rough, right? Like, you go for the initial damage, again, going for the win, as opposed to trying to not lose, trying to use the Midnight Pulse in combination with the Black Hole to get the damage needed to take out this this Heart Phantom Lancer, but a little bit of extra time to rotate there.
Back in danger. Natsumi gonna try and help out a little bit. Here comes the Invisible.
Dieback.
That is the dieback on the Necrophos, and that could just be the end of the game here. The bash is coming through thick and fast onto Natsumi. Even with the butterfly, he's not going to be able to retreat back to his fountain. And Dreamer Cell, alright. Dreamer Cell versus the fountain. The buyback is going to give him pause and maybe thinking, oh, maybe we should actually take a tier 3 here, guys. That would be nice. We're going to switch over to bottom.
Let's go the one that doesn't have the repair kit.
Yeah.
Forget that item.
Radiant's bottom tower is up.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's anything they can do, really. Still 65 seconds.
Well,
until
actually,
the meta comes back.
they've reactivated their backdoor protection. And this Terrorblade illusion is dragging the wave at mid. Makoto can't actually kill it off. Yes, he can. But they've bought themselves some more time.
Enough time?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still something.
And this DD rune that Makoto's just picked up.
FBZ's like, please, just give me the tier 3 lasso. I've been trying to help him out. Here comes Dreamer Cell, the immediate pistol blade on the back lines. Oracle just gonna die instantly. This Phantom Lancer is everywhere. He's looking for the second kill. Makoto jumping forward. They got the lockdown on the Terrorblade. He does have a BKB once he gets out of this one, but the chain stun is pretty immense. He does get a nice Sunder, but it's only on the Earthshaker. I think Natsumi just looking for any target at that point.
Yeah. He even had the Grave Fairy Fire if he needed it to be able to live that little bit extra. And it seems like they're just putting all of their eggs into this last team fight basket. You're going to have the Sunder, you're going to have the Black Hole, and, well, at least your Oracle and Necrophos back up online. But let's see if Boom have learned anything from their previous foray into the Radiant base. Will they overextend their welcome?
Just focusing on the buildings for now. Objective-based gamers. They're scouting the Roshan as well with this courier. If they really wanted to be super safe, they could maybe go and finish that up, but not sure if it's really necessary. Boomy just trying to push out top lane. Is getting hunted down now by the Shaker and the Jakiro. We're in mid. Boomy. Oh, he caught it!
But they feel?
But here comes the Abyssal Blade from FBZ as the save. I think Boom were actually baiting that a little bit. And, well, there's your big team fight, Danog.
Well, yeah, I agree, FBZ. Does not.
And now they just like, oh, okay, well, you know, Black Hole successfully wasted. 2 lanes of Rax claimed. Let's go take a Roche, maybe grab a few more items, push this lead out to some ridiculous number. We're already at that 99-1 split in favor of Boom.
You gotta go for it though, right? Like, that was the play that they had to make.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough. Especially playing against these very mobile heroes as the Enigma to find a Black Hole. And I think this, to me, this game also speaks to why Enigma is just not a very big part of the current meta. unless you get it as quite a late pick, right? And it's like the perfect, okay, the denies own and nobody can pressure our Enigma, and you know, he's going to be able to black hole 2 cores and just win us every fight, kind of a thing. Okay, somebody needs cheese. PL gonna go pick that up. We do have the Aegis on the Storm Spirit. He's got 25 coming up soon, so if they want it to be even more disgusting, they could just wait for that, and then Dakota could whip that over the top of all of them and kill them with remnants.
Smoke up instead. He's close to be able to pick it up.
I think they're just hoping to see somebody defending this wave. Maybe looking to get the jump on the FBZ, kind of dangling him as bait a little bit. He's quite tanky. He's got a cheese waiting as well. All right, Dream Cell. He's just slapping the tower. Mac rotating over there, still sitting on the front lines, trying to scout everything out, giving his team the information. Bach, can you find the lasso on the real one? I've already copped the Firefly. Rolling Thunder getting threatened. Boom. The defensive play is always going to be there. They have so many different ways to counter-initiate for this Phantom Lancer. It is actually insane. Like, if PL ever gets gone on, there's going to be a Fissure. There's going to be a Rolling Thunder. There's going to be a zip into the pool. Mikoto finds two. Following up with the Echo Slam. Here comes the team fight combination. They do have a buyback for 2 of them. The support's coming back into this game, but the Batrider's also dead. Dreamacell just shredding everybody beyond godlike for this Phantom Lancer. FBZ taking his time, rolling on out of there. And, okay, 3 seconds to go on the Black Hole. Boomy, show me what you got. They're smoked. They need the opportunity. Gotta catch this Phantom Lancer. They do have their backdoor protection back up. Boomy's still waiting. Here's his blink range. They're dangling Mac as bait on the front lines. Boom are having none of it. They just keep sending illusions. Oh, BKB popped. Here comes the Black Hole. FBZ gonna run forward. They don't even need the Abyssal Blade. He just cancels it. Mikoto is gonna be brought down, but that's only life number 1. Natsumi there. He's just ignoring him. Dreamacell walks right on past, goes for CML first. Mikoto jumping forward, looking for Mac next. They're gonna leave Terrorblade for last. He's the dessert this time around, and with all 5 heroes, they're gonna clean him up, no problem.
That'll be GG.
GG called.
In true C fashion, waiting until the game is actually a 0% probability to come back from, and even then, still wanting to last breath. But man, what a dominant performance coming through from Boom.